Welcome to McWare's Storage Exec's Document Overview. We'll be discussing notes, indexing, file attachment, and document history. First off, let's take a look at the actual document viewer itself. It is broken down into 4 different sections: a header section, a menu section, a document details section, and a content view section. First off, the header section contains a work item / document ID. It is a unique identifier across all documents for the user's account. Next to it is a document classification, and this is the classification of the document that you are viewing. Next, we have the menu. It starts off with a destination listing that can consist of both work folders and users. Next to it is the send button that sends the document to the selected destination in the destination listing. Next to the send button is the return button. The return button returns the document back to the folder from where it was opened from. You use this button if you do not want to send it on or you do not want to work with the document itself. So you just return it back to the folder it came from. Next, we have the close button. The close button closes the document to the user's desktop list. This is normally used when a person does not want to return it back to the folder and they do not want to send it on. They just want to view the document later and they need a place to put it. So the easiest place is to close it and put it to your desktop list. Next, we have what's called the push mode. The push mode automatically opens the next document in the selected work folder once the current document is sent to a work folder or a user. Next, we have the subject. The subject allows for keyword entry for basic filtering. You can enter up to 80 characters maximum to be used with your filtering for your searches. Next, we have the document details section. We'll discuss the notes tab. Notes are usually important information that can't be indexed, or a discussion during collaboration that needs to be captured for historical purposes or compliance. Here again, the account administrator controls the ability to view, add, or update notes. Next, we have the index tab. The index tab has 2 tabs underneath the VIT. These 2 tabs complement each other. They're also index and multi-index. They allow for capture of more detailed information about the document and more robust history, which in turn provides a smaller result list when searches are performed. An example is a family reunion picnic with pictures of all who attended. In the index portion, it captures the basic info about the reunion, the date, where it happened, time, address, state, etc. Under the multi-index portion, it captures all of the family names, ages, and relationships, and etc., whatever you want to capture. Next, we have the Attachments tab. The Attachments contains a list of all files that are linked to the document. The account administrator controls the ability to view, add, or update attachments and the types of files that can be attached to the document. Next is the History tab. The History tab contains a list of events that are tied to a resource that have occurred over the life of the document. Example, which resource created it, touched it, moved it last, etc. To enable the maximize the work area, the content view and the document details is put into 2 panels. The panels can be expanded or collapsed as needed. To see the content view, we collapse it, which maximizes the content view, and once we collapse the content view, we can maximize the document details. We can see the history, notes, and attachment information. Once we're done with it, we can collapse it back to our side-by-side look where we can see both the content view and the document details side by side. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a note to give you an idea how a note works. Just as easy as clicking New, we add a title to our note, and then we add the content of our note. Once we're finished with the content of our note, we can then decide if we're going to cancel it, In other words, not save the note, or we're going to save them, and we save it by clicking on the update. Once it's been updated, the date time stamp has been created for what date time the note was created, and the title is displayed and the author is displayed. Next, we're going to go to attachments, and we're going to create a new attachment. This is done by clicking the new to add a new file. If the file already exists, the file name will be updated with a generation number automatically. This is good when it comes to collaboration, so that you don't overwrite a file that already exists out there. So to do that, just click on New. We select our file. We then click our upload, and once the upload is complete, then the new file will show up at the bottom of the list. Now, if we need to replace a file on the list, we can easily do that by clicking on the update. We select our file. We must verify that the file names are exactly the same. If the file names are exactly the same, then we can then go ahead and click our upload, and it will then upload and overlay the file that we've already stored. Next, we're done working with our document. We're going to then decide where we're going to send it. It either goes to one of our folders, or we can send it to an individual, or we can send it to ourselves. And then once we're done, we can just hit send, and it's just that